All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Pick'em Pros. I am your host, Derrick Thompson.
I'm Diego Thompson.
All right.
And I'm Miles McCallop.
Miles McCallop. And who are we?
Pick'em Pros.
Pick'em Pros.
Pick'em Pros. That's right. See, Miles, we're breaking you in, man. This is how we do it.
Yes, sir.
Well, man, we're excited to have this new segment with you, the QB update with M2,
Yes,
Miles
sir.
McCallop. So we know you're coming off another victory last night. So, man, are the playoffs on the horizon for you?
Yes, sir. We got our first playoff game Friday. We're lucky to have our first playoff game be at home, so that's next for us.
Big, okay.
Yes, sir.
Did not realize that. All right,
Yes, sir.
that'll be great. That'll be great for the town and everything, and for you guys. So
Yes,
good. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. We're going to talk a little NFL. NFL will be our focus for today in terms of quarterbacks primarily is what we're going to talk about. So first, I want to get you guys' take on the MVP race. You know, it's getting about mid-season now, so it's, you know, we can talk about it. Most people start talking MVP week one, so it's gotten a little out of hand. But I think we're okay to talk about it now. So we're mid-season, and I'd like to get Miles. We'll start with you. What's your top five right now for the MVP race in the NFL?
Yes, sir. So top five, I'll go first. What, we going to order? We need order?
Let's go 5-1
Okay.
if you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 5, I go Drake May.
Okay.
Then I go. Now I go Josh Allen.
Okay. All right.
Now I go Jalen Hurts at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then Lamar. Then
Ooh.
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, okay.
I go Patrick Mahomes at 1.
Patrick Mahomes at 1. Okay. I could definitely see that happening. He's
what I got.
playing well, balling
Yes, sir.
out. He has his full complement of weapons right now. So I can see him definitely making a charge. But Lamar Jackson, so we know he's missed some time,
Yeah,
but he's certainly showing his value.
he is.
So,
He has. But
yeah.
I think that Patrick Mahomes is going to be the favorite. I
Okay.
just have a feeling. I got a feeling in my heart.
Okay. All right.
Not saying that if he's better or not, but I just got a feeling it's going to be him to win it.
Yeah. All right. Now I know you mentioned Drake May.
I did.
Okay. And I know, your family has some Carolina ties.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of Carolina ties in Clinton. Is there any Carolina bias in that?
There might be a little bit. There might be a little bit. But I like the way he plays. I like his game. So I go ahead. I went ahead and threw him in there.
Okay.
So I like
All
the way
right.
he plays.
All right. I'm not mad at that. Okay. All right. Well, Diego, who's your top five?
All right, so number 5, I'm going to go Daniel Jones.
Okay,
Playing well,
yeah.
hopping in the Colts system, leading him to 7-1 record. Really unexpected right there.
Okay.
And 4, I got Justin Herbert, Chargers. They have a solid record, like 5-3.
Yeah, they
But
do.
he's first in passing yards and also top 5 in passing touchdowns. So,
Okay.
but I have him that low because there's just some games where he just doesn't appear really. So I just can't feel like I can have him in that top 3 yet.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3, I have Drake May. Surprisingly, they're 5-3, and if you look at the receiving core, there's not much there. You have Stephon Diggs, and after that, really nobody else that's really that great.
Okay.
And and he's sixth in passing yards, top 5 in passing yards. He's having a great year.
Okay.
Beat the Bills. Done a lot of great things this year.
Now I'm shocked you have him at 3 with your character because you have a Carolina bias, but it's on the opposite side.
Yeah, but right now I'm gonna give him credit when credit's due.
All right. Okay.
And he's
all
doing
right.
his thing.
I'm impressed.
Okay, number 2, I got Patrick Mahomes,
Okay.
leading the NFL in passing touchdowns and overall touchdowns,
Yes.
and second in passing yards also. And Chiefs are 5-3,
Yeah.
and you can clearly see his value, especially early in the
sure.
year when they didn't have Rashee Rice. He was having to run and do a lot of things to put the team on his back.
Right.
And number 1, I actually don't have a quarterback. I have Jonathan Taylor.
Oh.
Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
Through the first 8 games, 850 rushing yards and 12 rushing touchdowns.
Oh, okay.
Going absolutely crazy. So
Man.
Wow.
I think he's got to be the best.
Wow.
best
Wow.
leading the race
Okay.
right now.
Okay. Now, what do you think about that? Is it?
I was not expecting that.
No, I wasn't
expecting
either.
that.
No.
Throw a running back in. Okay.
Yeah,
I see where you're coming from though. He's had a great season. He's having a great season. So I see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting
Yeah,
it.
no,
I wasn't
I
expecting it.
Especially with this year, with like Lamar missing a lot of games and
True.
Josh Allen not playing how he was last year. You know, I think there's room for some other guys that wouldn't have been in the race earlier to be in there. So yeah.
It's possible. Does he have to get 2,000 yards to have a chance to get it? Does it have to be that shock value of he ran for 2K?
Either that or like 20 touchdowns or something crazy.
Yeah.
If he gets 20 touchdowns or 2K yards and the quarterback play stays the same, I think he'll actually win it. Yeah.
Okay.
And if the Colts keep winning.
Miles, you think there's any chance they give it to a non-quarterback?
No. No way.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, I thought Tyreek might get it.
Yeah.
Because he was having such a crazy year. He didn't get it. Then I don't know how many years ago this was, but maybe 7 years ago, AB had a huge year with the Steelers, and I thought he might get it. I think he got hurt at the very end, but I thought he might get it. So there's been some close calls, but I don't know when the last time a non-quarterback has won.
I feel like it's almost made for quarterbacks.
Right, for sure.
Very much.
For sure. Yeah.
As far as who I think should be right now, I think that's Jonathan Taylor.
Okay. All right. Okay. I like
see
that.
what
I like
happens.
that. Well, let's move on to the Ravens. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. So they had a big win this past Thursday. Still have a big hole to climb, the steep hill to climb, I should say, to get into the playoffs. But Miles, do you think they can pull it off and get into the playoffs?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Oh, of
Lamar
course.
Jackson? I think who they play? They had the Dolphins.
Right, they had the Dolphins.
They had the Dolphins. They beat the Dolphins.
They did.
They had the Dolphins. They beat the Dolphins. We seen what was going on without Lamar. It's kind of shaky.
Yes.
But now he's back, and he's playing good. I see he's running a little less.
Mm-hmm.
But I think once he get past that hump, he starts running again. His passing has gone up and all that good stuff. So I think once he gets back in the rhythm of the game, I think he'll be good.
Okay.
I think they're good at playoffs.
All right. If they get to the playoffs, what about you, Diego?
Yeah. I think they're gonna sneak in there, and I also think their schedule lightens up in the second half because they face a lot of challenges, especially without Lamar early on, facing a bunch of top teams in the league.
Right.
But I think with Lamar there and with him, as he recovers from his injury throughout the year, playing against not the best teams in the league, I think they'll get in there.
Okay. And the defense, it looks like the defense is stepping up. They played the Dolphins and played some other teams, so it's hard to tell, right now if they really have. But I guess we'll find that out fairly soon here. But okay, all right. So Miles, this one is just for you from the quarterback perspective, being the great quarterback that you are. Lamar, was running quarterback. In college, people said he should be, receiver coming into the NFL or running back and whatnot. But he has improved on his passing year after year after year. Man, just tell us about the journey and the work you have to put in to become a great passer of the football.
Yeah. I think everybody throws the ball. And they're like, I can throw the ball far. I must be a quarterback.
Right.
So I think they just go off that when really it's really based off consistency. It's more about how many times can you put the ball where you want to put the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like at the start of his career, he couldn't really do that too much because as we've seen, his accuracy was a little. But, I think it shows that he was in the lab and he was working on it because now his accuracy is really up there with some of even the top guys, I would say.
Right.
So I think that just putting in work when nobody's really watching you put in work really shows and really stands out, and you can see it in even his game. So I think that's really what it was. Nobody really seen all this time that he spent throwing the ball. They just seen him running it.
Right.
And you also have to remember, in college, they wasn't really asking him to run the ball too much or to throw the ball too much. He was really primarily running it.
Right.
He was at Louisville,
That's
so
right.
He was mostly just running it there. So I think when he got to the NFL, it was like, all right, we need you to throw it too.
Yeah.
Started working on it, and now he's a great passer.
Right. Like you said, he had a strong arm, so
Right.
definitely had that. So with one other thing that is interesting to me from a quarterback perspective, yes, you can have a strong arm. That certainly helps. being able to consistently be accurate is key, and that's something that you just have to work on. But then it seems like the other key element, especially when you go into the pros, because you have tighter windows, the more levels you go up, is the anticipation.
Right.
You see Ohio State quarterbacks have the luxury of throwing the wide open receivers. So it's just pitch and catch, it feels like. But, as you get to different levels or go against different defenses, you have to anticipate how difficult is it to, throw anticipation passes.
It's really hard. It's hard to be looking at the back of a dude's head and throwing the ball and knowing that he's going to get there.
Right.
So I think that's just part of timing, chemistry with the receivers, because you got to trust that as soon as he flips his head around, he'll going to be ready for the ball. So I think that's really hard to do. But I mean, with time and chemistry, I think it gets easier, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
So
the more you do it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's move on. We got a couple of topics before we get you out of here, but let's talk about the Miami Dolphins and Tua. Yeah. And the struggles that are happening there is highly documented. The interceptions that he has, I think he's up to 11 interceptions right now. Leads the league in interceptions. Right now. So, Miles, man, we'll start with you. So, what's really going on? Is it just struggling? Is it defenses are catching up to him? Is it confidence? What would you attribute it to?
First of all, I'd apologize for laughing. 11 interceptions is no laughing matter. But I say probably confidence. I mean, after he took so many hits and had so many problems with injuries and whatnot, everybody was telling him like, yo, you should probably just stop.
Right.
So you got all these people telling you like, yo, you should stop playing quarterback. You should just hang it up. I think it gets to a point where he's kind of like, well, dang, like that wears on you. I know he doesn't show it. He probably doesn't say it.
Right.
But definitely I can tell that wears on him, wears on his game. He's not playing as confident. He's kind of playing like, dang. I feel like he's playing like he's thinking about hanging it up.
Yeah.
So I think that just in his confidence, I think his confidence has just took a hit with all the people telling him like, hey, it's done. So I think he needs to do something, find a way to get his confidence back, and hopefully he'll be able to step it up.
That's a great point, because his demeanor is even different since the last injury. He's more outspoken now. I don't know if that's like overcompensating, you know what I mean? But it's definitely a different vibe since that. So I didn't think about it in that way. Diego, man, for you, who would you say is more to blame for the Dolphins' struggles? Is it, the GM? Is it coach? Is it Tua? Where would you pin that?
I wouldn't put it on the GM, because I feel like they have a decent offensive roster at least to make some noise. I would definitely blame it on Tua partially for not executing and not playing as well. But I would have to put a lot of it on McDaniel. I think a lot of the hype. He was a lot of hype around him earlier when he first got the job.
Right.
And started making the playoffs, and Tyreek was on fire and stuff like that. But, he hasn't really been able to make it work since they lost that wild card game like 2 years ago to the Chiefs.
Right, yeah.
It's just been downhill.
Yeah.
Whenever there's been an injury, they just completely fold.
Right.
And the scheme, and it just hasn't been the same spark that it used to be. So I would have to put a lot of that on him.
It doesn't seem to have the command of the team.
Yeah.
So, speaks in a, kind of a monotone type vibe. And, you have to, especially with football. I mean, football is a totally different beast. So you have to, especially for a long period of time, you have to have a certain presence and command to get everybody to rally around you. Even at quarterback, as you know.
Yeah, right. Sure. So. Yeah. My coach always said you got to bring your own energy. I just feel like he hasn't been bringing energy to the team. I feel like he's just kind of like, I'm gonna do what I can do at this point.
I can see that. Great points from you both. All right, well, Daniel Jones. Let's talk about Daniel Jones, man. He is balling in Indy right now. Came from the Giants. This is a kind of an unfair story because the people think that he just did not play well with the Giants, but he got them to the playoffs. He played well enough to get a decent contract. So he had some good moments with the Giants, but overall it's looked at as not playing well. Right. However, in Indy, he's an MVP candidate and balling out. So Miles, what's changed?
Yeah, I say, well, first of all, I would never say that Daniel Jones was a bad quarterback. I never felt like he was a bad quarterback. I felt like he always was good, always had potential to be a great quarterback. I just felt like maybe maybe the Giants system just wasn't for him.
Right.
Because, I mean, you see Jackson Dart doing fine in the system, and he wasn't doing as good as Jackson Dart.
Right.
So I'd just say probably just the system. I think he might fit into the Colts system better.
Right.
Well, he must, because that's where he's doing his thing
true.
at. So I say he just fits in the system better, and sometimes that's just what it is. Sometimes he might fit in one system better than another system. So I think that's just what it is for him.
Yeah, it's definitely been a great fit in that system. And then we even see how, you know, certain quarterbacks fit certain systems. You know, with Richardson, it you know has not worked
has
so
not
far.
fit for him.
I'm hoping he could turn it around, man, because I mean you just see the
much
raw
potential.
talent.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lots of potential.
oh my goodness, some of the throws he's made is just amazing. But again, like you said, you can have all the arm talent in the world, you know, but you got to consistently be able to put it in the right spot and be able to anticipate and all that. So Diego, man, is it sustainable with what Daniel Jones is doing out there? Is it sustainable, or is he just hot?
I don't think it's sustainable. I mean, based off of what he's done in the past, I don't know if I can say I put like all the faith in Daniel Jones, like take his team deep in the playoffs and all that. But you know, he is having a good run. He's got to the playoffs with the Giants, and you know, he's in a better system.
Yeah.
The Colts they've consistently had a good O-line. They've had a good running game, which is something that New York, well, they had Saquon, but they never had the O-line that the Colts have. And but yeah, and they haven't really played anybody that's really, really good. I mean, they played the Rams and they lost.
Okay.
And they played the Chargers. You can argue if they're frauds, but and they won that. So I just don't know if they can compete with like the true top teams in the AFC.
Yeah, we'll see in the second half as they face some of the more top teams. I will say though, Jonathan Taylor, to me, maybe I'm just old, has one of the coldest touchdown celebrations. I love that move. You know what I'm talking about?
The
movie
like,
yeah. I love his celebration where it just kind of keeps, you know, does the hop skip on the one leg. I think that's cool. I love that. I love that.
We do love the celebrations. I think even the youngins, we like his celebrations too. Yeah.
For sure.
So I think that's universal. I think he got real good celebrations.
For sure, man. Man, your Glory Boys, they have any? What kind of celebrations do they have, man?
I mean, they do a little bit of everything. I know our freshman, he likes to do his little slime for the first down. He likes to do that. I know Jonah just likes to, he just gives his praises to God and just runs off the field. Sometimes he'll dance. Yeah. But we don't really do too much. You know, I feel like I really do the most celebrations for real.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm not able to get into the end zone as much as they are,
right,
or get as many first downs. So every time I do something like that, I'm gonna do a celebration. So every time I get the opportunity, I like to do something.
I like that.
So that's what I like to do.
Do y'all kind of have to do them on the low a little bit to not get flagged? Or?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've done all my celebrations like out loud, and I've never seen it flag. I never got a warning, but I don't really do nothing too crazy.
Right. Yeah.
I usually just go.
On what you do.
Yeah, it depends on what you do. For touchdowns, I don't really do nothing. For touchdowns, I just jog off. But my first downs, I do all types of first down celebrations. I did that for my first down one time. I do a little bit of everything for the first down.
I love it.
Yes, sir.
Love it. All right. So, man, let me get you guys out of here on a couple of rapid fire questions here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is going to be for you both. Miles, who's the most underrated quarterback in the NFL?
Most underrated quarterback in the NFL? I go Shador Sanders.
Ooh, man.
I go Shador Sanders for the most underrated. Because I think there was a point where everybody thought he was going to start.
True.
And then he did not.
Wow.
So I think he's the most underrated quarterback in the NFL right now. That's what I'd say.
You think he sees the field?
I think if Dylan Gabriel starts to mess up and not get the job done, I feel like I know for a fact Shador going in. Yeah. And if he not, I'm going to make sure he go in. I'm going to make a call. He going to go in.
There you go.
So I'm going to find a way to get him in the game if I have to.
Yes. Hey, we might have to do that. Yeah.
I got some people in Cleveland, so I'll get him in there.
Good. Yeah. We'd love to see. We want to see what he can do.
Yeah.
So we definitely want to see it, man. Yeah. And Cleveland needs to keep selling jerseys and tickets too. So.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Diego, how about you?
I'm going to say Kyler Murray. I always thought Kyler Murray was a really good quarterback. I always thought he was top 10 actually. 'Cause, I mean, he the arm talent. He has a cannon of an arm. You know, of course, we all see him scramble. And you know, when he has the pieces, he took his team to the playoffs a few years ago.
Yes.
So I mean, yeah, I just always thought he was a really, really good quarterback that's just been slept on.
Yeah, I love both of your answers. Shout out to Brianna, our Pick'em Pro in Arizona. She's a diehard Cardinals fan, but she is very down on Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I do not see why. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Like, I wish the Panthers had Kyler.
Yeah. She's just hurt. You know, when your team constantly loses, you know, it's sometimes you can go one way or the other, right? You can just be delusional about the player, or you can, you know, be, you know, like, hey, they got to get out of here. So
I feel like I haven't heard that name in a while. I feel like I've not heard Kyler Murray's name in a while.
Yes. So. And I mean, definitely has the talent. He was a legend,
right?
Legend in Texas. Oh my goodness, yeah, just absolute legend. Okay, Diego, who is the QB most likely to lose their starting job?
Tua.
No hesitation.
No, that's easy.
Zero hesitation.
Easy right there. Okay. All right. And then we're going to end with you, Miles. So, Diego, I'll ask you this one here. Pick one quarterback to start a franchise with.
I got to take Patrick Mahomes. He's done it all.
Okay.
Anything that, you know, all the current quarterbacks could do, he's done. And yeah, I just have to pick Pat Mahomes.
Okay. I like that. All right. Last word with you, Miles. Who you starting the franchise with?
You know, I was gonna say Patrick Mahomes, but now that he said Patrick Mahomes, I feel like I gotta choose somebody else.
Okay.
So give me Lamar. If he gonna go Patrick, I say Lamar Jackson.
Okay. All right.
I say Lamar Jackson. He can use his legs. He can use his arm. You know, Patrick Mahomes, he can't even really run like that.
Yeah,
so
right.
I'm gonna go Lamar Jackson. He can do it all. He gonna get you rushing yards and he can throw the ball now. So I go Lamar Jackson.
Hey, you put Lamar with Andy Reid and see what you get.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
That would be nasty. So, all right. Well, hey, thanks for joining us again,
Yes,
Miles.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
This was fun. Good luck in the playoffs.
Yes,
We
sir.
can't wait to see what you do there. Enjoy the home game. Enjoy the journey. And we'll talk to you next month, my man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. Talk
All right.
soon.
We'll see y'all next time. Pick 'em pros.
Bros.
Picking pros.